So, like, basically, I mean, if you think about it today, gaming has been so corrupted. Like, gaming has just been tainted beyond belief, man. I remember I used to love playing video games. I would play video games all night long. And I mean, I still do some of them. Like, I play GTA 5 and maybe DOA. Uh, but this game right here, The Last of Us, I mean, they really did mess this shit up. Like, you're playing with Ellie, which, you know, I mean, it's not that bad, but what they did to that guy Joel, I mean, why would you do that to one of the main characters of your series? Like, they killed him in such a horrendous way. Uh, and I mean, this game would have been so amazing to play as Joel. Like, I feel like this game was made to play as Joel. And, you can't play as Joel, obviously, because they killed him and they replaced him with this massive tranny. Like, I mean, I've never seen a bitch that big before. Like, that's just crazy. And then they got the nerve to say that it's not, what you can see that it is. And Ellie is a lesbian, and I mean, in a lesbian relationship with. Hold up, let me deal with this fucking dog. Like, just crazy shit, man. Absolutely fucking crazy. So gaming, in my opinion, man, gaming is just fucked up, man. It's like what chicks do you know that are this tough? I don't know any girls that are this tough. And what girls do you know that go around diving in grass? None. None, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, they don't. This is just fucking stupid. Like, it's so fucking dumb. Like, it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And the campaign in this game is just, it's like one big lesbian adventure quest. That's what I called it, man. I called it lesbian adventure quest, man. Like, fuck. Like, this game, like, I don't know. I don't know where they were really going with the story. But it's like that with a lot of games, like, if you think about it. Like, the main protagonists of video games now, it's predominantly females. I mean, they got that new Serena Williams movie coming out with Will Smith being Serena Williams' dad, and he's going around talking about how a woman can do anything, a thinking woman. Man, a thinking woman can't do anything but take dick. Like, this is fucking stupid. Like, like this. These fucking monsters. Like, it's so crazy, man. Like, the world is going, to like literal fucking shit. Like, the games have been tainted. There's this one game that I play. What's that shit called? I think it's called Borderlands. Telltale Games, Borderlands, and one of the main characters is this chick named Fiona. And Fiona, like, her special ability is she's got a hidden gun. Like, and the main guy, like, it's two characters as main characters. All right, you got Fiona, and then you got the guy's name, which for some reason I can't remember his name, and he's got a fucking metal arm, and he can't fight, he can't do shit. It's so stupid. It's like, man, it's like, and then, you look at these games. Like, I challenge you to look at any game. Well, maybe pretty much a lot of the mainstream games. Maybe not every game, but the majority of games now have, like, female protagonists that are out here doing all kinds of just very masculine, strong shit. Okay? Like, we're talking about strong. Like, if you look at what all I'm doing with this bitch right here, like, this is goddamn ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Like, this straight popping motherfuckers. Like, come on. Like, get out of here. Like, it's so stupid, man. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, I don't respect a lot of the game designing that they have now. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've noticed too. Like, even in online play, like, a lot of the guys that you play with, they'll play with female characters because they themselves, they don't even see it. They've been feminized to even think that, a woman could even do any of this shit. Oh shit, what the fuck? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, in real life, that bitch would be dead. Like, it would be over right there. This is real life. Like, I mean, the amount of upper body strength it takes to throw somebody off of you like that. I mean, it's not even like all like they talk about how like it's the adrenaline. You know, adrenaline can play a factor in your physical strength, which yeah, it can. But if that was the case, you see a lot more knockouts. I think in like female boxing. And I'm not talking about like on television female boxing. I'm talking about like those chicks that are stupid enough to actually be women and go to the gym and box and act like they're actually there to box and not like try to get picked up by some dude. And I'm just being real with what I'm trying to tell you here, because it's just there are no real female boxers. Like there are no real female archers. Like, do you know how strong you have to be to pull back a compound bow? Like, you have to be physically strong. Like, compound bows, I think they shoot arrows, like, that can go up to 200 to 250 miles an hour. Like, that's faster than the human eye can even see, pretty much, at the right angle. So, I mean, that, plus all this crouching. Like, I mean, how many people, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really a squatter. I'm more of a runner. But I do a little bit of squats. But, man, that shit, you got to be strong to be doing all this. And, they say that, women are strong in their crotches because they can poop out babies. But I personally don't believe that even matters. Like, I mean, that's releasing something. It's not like, maintaining a movement for an extended period of time. Plus, if you think about it, all this crawling around in the grass, I mean, the amount of bugs that would be on this bitch, like, yo, this chick would have all kinds of lice, fleas, and ticks all over her. She would smell like a fucking walking douchebag. Like, seriously, like a putrid freaking douchebag. And we're supposed to believe that all this makes sense. Nah, it's fucking bullshit, man. I just really wanted to rant about how, like, gaming, all the male characters have been, like, effeminized completely. Like, and one thing that really pisses me off about this game is, like, Ellie gets to kill all these dogs, right? I would love to kill these dogs as Joel. Like, I would just love to run around just murking dogs. Like, just blowing up all these dogs, shooting dogs, stabbing them in the head, throwing them out of windows. But they killed Joel, so you can't do that. You got to do what you can, as Ellie. And she's, like, just the biggest dyke I've ever seen, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, and she got the shotty. Oh, man, I love that shotty right there, too. She got that 12 gauge. It's like they've given this chick all the most masculine weapons, and she's doing all this in like Converse and skinny jeans. Like, how stupid is that? Like, it's like, yo, she's got Converse and skinny jeans on, and she's rocking the 12 gauge. Ooh, got him. But yeah, it's like, like, how many chicks could do some shit like that? Come on. Seriously. Like, none. You could have the most hardcore bitch on earth. But I guarantee you, when you got her, like, bent over on one of these beds and, you're knocking the bottom out of her ass, she's not going to be doing any of this shit. She's just going to be hollering like any other girl, if she's actually a girl. So many of these goddamn cross-dressers out here. But I think that's kind of what they were trying to do with Ellie. They were trying to turn Ellie into, like a cross-dresser, which is why Ellie is immune to the whole virus thing in this in the game. But they fucked up the story so bad. And then this is part in the story, I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it for you, where they have a flashback and Joel tells Ellie why he saved her, and Ellie gets mad at Joel. And I just couldn't even believe that shit. Like, you getting mad at this guy for saving you? Like, what kind of stupid shit is that? And that kind of brings me to that whole red pill content. Like, a lot of these guys have been, like, thoroughly abused by women in relationships and stuff, which I don't know how the fuck you let that happen, because I would, man, I'd knock a bitch out. That was me. But it's crazy to me, like, that a lot of people tolerate shit like this. Like, you're gonna tolerate somebody mistreating you. And Joel just kind of took, Ellie talking that shit after he went through hell to like fucking save her. I mean, he should have, in my opinion, he would have been 100% right to knock that bitch's teeth out her head. But knife, like I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of this stuff, But I tell you what, the main thing is that I don't get why it is that no one else is really noticing the quality of the content has gone down dramatically. Like story wise, everything is an agenda now. Like everything is a fucking agenda for no fucking reason. It's just an agenda. Nothing is normal. Nothing is cool. It's all just weak bullshit, in my opinion. That's trying to push some kind of narrative that is what's popular and falls into the whole identity politics, bullshit. And I don't know, man. I just think that we need to start talking about it. We need to start thinking about it. Because, man, I think that we need to make our own games. We need to make our own films. We need to make our own shit. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, I think that the only way any of this would even be possible is if it was like a black guy. If one of us was doing this, they would make sense, It had to be a black man doing this. Because we're the only ones that can fucking move around like this, man. Like, how many people do you know has the endurance to do this? Like, just no motherfucker out there can do this shit. It had to be one of us. It's like, yo. So I'm just saying, man, like, it's fucking ridiculous to me. A lot of this bullshit out here. And then the amount of noise that would be being made from all these explosions and gunshots, if this was real, I mean, it sounds like a goddamn war zone. And not to mention people losing limbs, the smell of blood in the air, and ass and spleens and just all kinds of messed up shit. And don't even get me started with all these dogs. Man, it would stink with all these goddamn dogs. And that's why I like this part right here, because you get to kill all these freaking dogs. But yeah. Anyway, this is just a rant. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. But just something to think about.